of playing this outlaw. I just don't expect to see it on the attack that often, but he's found success with it right off rip. Nobody on the defense has shields, so this weapon, even if they have light shields, which they don't, it's still going to be an operator. 2 shots, very fast movement, and a quick reload.
It's a round as well, though, where realistically, nothing really for their opponents to be playing with. Sentinels just saving up for the next round. It does mean that you want to keep it clean. Meteor, the only player that can really go down without being too much of a detriment. And obviously getting that extra information is a decent start. Zeka finding 1. That's the spike down for Gen.G as well. This is starting to get worrying.
Well, Texture's down to 13 HP as well. You know, he's pretty much in an even fight regardless of who he takes on. That heal needed to come through. Luckily, there's been some time. As that clock runs down, the health goes back up for Texture. 100 HP. Lakia and Munchkin there to fight with him, but they have to walk into the open to take that spike into a big crossfire in play for Sentinels. Instead, they're going to take some space in heaven, get that little bit of extra space to play with, and here comes a snake bite. It's not gone fully into the corner. Still a nade to play with for Texture, flash for Lakia, but they're caught off guard, and Zeus is intense! Pick off both of them! We've seen this a couple times, this poison orb thrown up over right at the start of the round from Munchkin. It's causing a lot of problems for that Sentinels defense with the fact that he can slip out to the right side. You're gonna need a trap there, which can obviously be broken by some of Texture's utility if he lobs it through. So it's not gonna be that consistent. And if you leave it unchecked, well, someone's going to be sneaking through it in some round. You never know when. Always in the back of your mind. Now, the mid-hold, very strong for Sentinels. I don't imagine there's too much trouble. The close range engagement, though, catches Zelsis off and 10-2. Looks like I should have kept my mouth shut. We're all of a sudden in a 5 versus 3. Showstopper popped and fired at random. It doesn't land, but they've got a huge advantage to play with here. Sassy needs to hold strong.
He's in a good position, though. Already dropping a first, but the trade is instantaneous, keeping that huge advantage. What a chaotic start to this map already. The delay already put into position. Munchkin in a good spot, has a teammate alongside him, may not even need it, and it's going to be...
a card in front of it, but I'll forgive him. I'll forgive him this once. Well, Gen.G, they're not going to be too happy about the back and forth nature of this early game, especially the fact that they got caught by not being able to shoot the traps. It's a little unfortunate, but these things happen. There was a combo of util, again, thrown towards them, making it that little bit more awkward. They try to take some fights. That's
not destroyed that.
Yeah, I'm starting to think Sentinels have got some sort of trap abuse going on. They're not taking the bullets.
Look at Meteor, though. He's just about to walk in. Sassy might be caught unaware. Got so far forward before anybody really realized. 10's up above. Has support from Zelsis, but this will be an afterplant. This time, I don't think there's any denial. And Meteor hasn't stopped his push. He's still going forward.
It's a lot of space to take, a position you'd usually expect, but the big difference to this is Karen. He's also there with a paranoia in hand, and it's about to come through. There it is, the step was heard. But luckily, those players are able to round the corner just in time. Nade, not really going to force Meteor back, but he falls back anyways, concedes the space. They're going to commit utility to trying to clear that back out, at least in his mind, but the paranoia is kept in the back pocket, now burned up to go towards elbow. Here comes the blast pack from Zekin. He's towards the side, picking up Karen, and Zelsis had opened up the rest, leaving Meteor alone, doing so much damage. It looks like Munchkin was able to catch an angle, and with the snakebite landed, that's buying a little bit more time. Tens has to run for the hills now. There's no time left with another found. Gen. Paranoia is still to work with almost every piece of utility, the big ones online. One flash just popped by Sassy, but Meteor turns. The blades are used up. Look, they're not finished pushing. Lakia went charging forward, even though his teammate had fallen back a little disjointed from Gen.G, but Munchkin capitalizes on the chaos, picks up 2, and keeps having control. That's a huge position for them to play with, and now Sentinels even send Sassy back to reclaim it, buying so much time as only Gen.G's on the site, flanked out and distracted by Meteor. The clock is running down. Munchkin late flanks up through heaven, and the classic flank's awkward. The knife kill is in, but it's too little too late. Again.
Because the way they've started this match off, they've gone the right way every single time. The paranoia, decent. But the counter there, Tens will be able to keep his life, and the aggression quelled for a second.
And look how quickly they've got a response. There's 4 players from Sentinels here. Make that 3. Tens is down. Zeus is spotted. Wallbang. Second falling. Sassy here and expected. They even expect the 4th player swinging. And that is about as bad of an attacking start as you could expect, in that they run into the entirety of the defense. and they still win it. Not only win it flawlessly. That's how this game is going for Gen.G right now.
They genuinely took about 40 damage. Back in again, the ults not particularly close, at least the valuable ones, but they are looking to put pressure on. Looking to try and deny Meteor. He's going to go straight through. If he waited a second, I think he actually gets the kill, but he's still going to be able to survive. They've used a lot of utility to try and shut this man down, and he's not taking a lick of damage. Zelsis, though, the timing here could be everything. He's got it nigh on, perfect! Looks for a big play, and he's found one. 2 kills down, the first time they've really managed to catch them off guard. Texture falls, and just 2 remain. Meteor looking for a move. He's at least gonna get one, a quick snap back. Make this one a little bit competitive, and the man they're up against has been insane.
Heal through for Zelsis. It's not gonna be an easy fight on any front. He's choosing the harder of the 2. Just 1 player towards the spawn. Whoops. There we go. 1 player towards the spawn, but 2 up top. Make that 3 now as they come into position. No snake bites. That orb only going to block vision, maybe add some decay, give him an opportunity, though, to play up top with the shorty. I like him trying to create
manner in which Gen.G have been winning that does make me doubt that. And they're going straight back to the bread and butter. The A take has been fantastic. TenZ has been able to delay them at least a little bit, and the Seekers are going to give things away. The nade from Zekken is good as well. They've got off to a strong start.
Yeah, the util through from Sassy as well helps out. They're blinded and paranoid by TenZ, who's now making his appearance up top. Boombot through, it's found a player, and the bullets soon follow. Only 2 left standing for Gen.G. A healthy recovery for Sentinels towards the end of the half. It was looking a little bit shaky, but they found their footing now. And actually, I maybe even spotted both players there. I'm not sure if the dog got far enough through that wall to see Karin, but either way, they'll suspect it. Spike on the floor, and they'll attempt to take it. Problem is, Zelsis is stood on the other side of that smoke. Sassy up top, spraying away with him. And with 50 seconds left and 5 players to take down. Well, we said the last round was a bit too big of a task. This one, good luck.
Protect the KD at all costs. Munchkin can't really hope for anything else. Looking for the fight, and TenZ is just being an irritation at this stage, just placing smokes in his face. This is all just a formality. No hope for this one to go wrong for Sentinels. This has been a home turf for them. 5-map streak. Not a bad map for Sentinels, but you wouldn't want to be going in this series with a deficit. Zekken now becomes the pinnacle. He's had a bit of a quieter game, but we know that at any stage this youngster can turn it on. Take over rounds, and especially on that raise, it's been fearsome. Blacky though, ooh, he's actually just looking to deal with utility. He's gone down, been having a bit of a rough map individually, and the problem is, this is all just the ruse. This is going to start pulling players over and put the pressure onto Meteor.
That's a spot that you have to check on the way out. For Sentinels, you imagine they will. John QT, look at him. You see him in the X-ray just sneaking past towards the screens. They'll never expect him to be in this corner. And the steps heard on the rotation back. Oh, this gap is absolutely massive. No way that Munchkin could expect it. But does he expect someone to be on the site? He could think that's the only player. One guy in screens coming back to check there's no one and running back. This all makes sense. For Texture to be here, though, oh, they'd have to be ever vigilant to see it. And now he's got an opportunity to trade it back further. It's huge from Texture. Completely bamboozling them. 10 seconds left, a nade on the floor, a blast back for the fight, but Zekken still wins it. 5 seconds, they need to plant it now. If they can deny this, it's done on the spot. Karin does well to find one, and there's the follow-up. Gen.G with another round, the pistol injecting some rounds and bringing them ever closer to winning Sentinels map pick.
That is the 2nd time in this.
It's a very unusual position. Lakia can flash up from down below. And Munchkin can always have somewhere to fall back to. Oh, not with his knife out. That's a big mistake. And now they know at least there's another player on site. They might even have heard them in screens, but again, they haven't checked for this extra man. Lakia tucked in the corner. Sentinels, 12 seconds left, and a 1 versus 2. They've bought themselves the space to plant.
Yeah, the one thing for Karin is he doesn't currently have a weapon. And everybody dying around the window means that he might even have to put himself out into the open to give this one up. The reposition as well from Zelsis is sublime. It would have to.
Their control. They're holding on to a cliff's edge by their fingernails. And at 10-5, Gen.G now pull out the showstopper, and they've gotten away just about rounding the corner in time. That was a target-rich environment. But now Gen.G have to fall back surely. They won't keep pushing. They won't keep taking this space. With Texture's gone back, but Meteor's gone forward. He doesn't even have a dash online. This guy's crazy. He's cloud bursting around to try and stay alive. He's still not running away, Tom! He's sticking around for a fight. I did not expect that.
Maybe not expecting that many players to be there. Texture as well, he wants to try and recover this. Such an aggressive start. The Paranoia showstopper combo could have eliminated half of Sentinels. Instead, it found nothing. And now it does kind of look like Gen.G is scrambling a little bit. Such aggressive positions, and the fallback is going to go towards that A site. The thing is, though, because they had so much map control, there's been an early read from the side of Gen.G. Once again, it's looking like we might have 4 players within this A site as Sentinels go to push.
One flash on Lakia, one nade on Texture. No Paranoia, some smokes. The second just came online for Karen, and one's just been popped down. Here comes the showstopper, though. That's the big gun on the other side. And Sentinels find the opening with it, but there's a response. Gen.G equalize things, catch them on the rotate up through heaven, and drop the spike. 20 seconds left, and the nade buys even more time. The rotation now from Texture as he realizes they're going to want to hightail it, move to the other side, but look, he's already here. He's ahead of them with 10 seconds left. There's no time for delay. They need this fight. They need to win it. And they have just about 5 seconds. 4 as he reaches the side. It's too late. They've bought enough time. The spike plant doesn't come in.
This man's position. And they're almost at a Viper's pit.
Gen.G have been bypassed on mid already, but that was heard. Karen knows exactly what was going down. This weapon, the Judge in hand, it could be somewhat unexpected. They'll see his economy was low. Will they anticipate it upstairs in heaven? This is a danger up against any buy. And they're on their way straight into Karen's waiting arms. If he wins this at first already, that's another nail in Sentinel's coffin, and he's back. He's just creating some space and not getting out alive. In fact, sticking around for another fight, but Tens doubles up.
That's a big double kill. They've still got to deal with Munchkin, though. Might not be expecting a third player within this site. Poison orb up. He's going to be able to isolate the spike. Already dropped to the ground. Good trade, though, from JNG again. Bringing things back into an even scenario. The clock not so low this time, but Lakia already making a switch up. He's going to play into the orb, has a flash ready to go straight out of it. It is being watched though, but he drops one and gets both! Lakia steps up, puts the 12th round onto the board for Gen.G.
Gen.G, they really are changing the game. Round 18 could be the last with an early fight up top. It's done a little bit of damage, but not too much. Sentinels not deterred from their aggression. Another player on site now. 4 players from Gen.G here ready to fight. Meteor the first to take it, and he won't stop. 3 kills already. It's left it all to Sassy, and it's done just like that. 13-5. You might have